My name is Irina. I'm head of ecosystem growth at Unique Network, and Unique Network is the NFT-specific parachain both on Kusama and Polkadot. The parachain is already operational. We went live a couple of months ago with Polkadot, and we're working on some really exciting initiatives. Like, there's a lot of startups that care about ESGs and SDGs and climate impact, and one of our flagship initiative has been Digital Art for Climate that made a lot of headlines in the crypto space as well as in the art news. And today I'm going to talk about climate impact and how we can help climate action with NFTs. So we have some existential challenges, as you're all aware. Nuclear war, potentially, ecological collapse, and technological disruption. And if we fail to provide solutions for the current challenges, we may end up building a totalitarian system and experience human annihilation. This is what philosophers say, and this is where the thinkers of the 21st century stand. So how do we avoid doing this? Web 2 promised us to deliver on financing, on solving problems, but the problem of Web 2 is centralization, and the promises of Web 3 is being decentralized. So decentralized web fundamentally is censorship-prone, it lacks transparency, it perpetuates an unsustainable economic model, it doesn't have efficient wealth spread mechanism, and data and human rights commoditization. And the decentralized web promised us that it will prevent censorship, so we will be in control of the information, and information will be transparent and we will be accountable. It will be flexible to deploy new economic models, open for everyone, and we will have a fair wealth spread mechanism, which is data and human rights oriented. And most importantly, from the tech perspective, it is open source. So everybody can use it and everybody can access this technology. So what happened a couple of years ago with all these conversations on Web3 began emerging in the space, it was still very difficult to use, but now the things are changing and the Web3 is already here. A lot of things are already working and a lot of UX and UI is already way more improved than a couple of years back. So the scope of the problem, here I want to pay attention to token economy, because now we talk here in Paris, there was a metaverse week. There are many great solutions of experience, how you build the new world, virtual world, and how everything is going to be great in that world. But if we don't include the Web3 and the token economy, and we don't make sure that it's decentralized, we may well fail with the metaverse, and that metaverse can become the same thing. We are still being in the same paradigm of Web 2 centralization, of information giants that manage our social networks and our data. So before the DeFi summer, we were always talking about crypto as currencies. There was Bitcoin, then Ethereum, brought smart contracts, so things changed slightly. There were more options for building applications, diverse applications. However, both now we have NFTs and we have DeFi. So we have two perspectives. We have financial cryptocurrencies and we have crypto assets, digital assets. So the token economy can give us programmable functionalities in one single token. And it's about building democratic power relationships. And the first version of the token economy, unfortunately, happened on proof of work, which received a lot of criticism for its energy consumption. But now we have proof of stake, and proof of stake is already a reality. Polkadot is one of them. So the key question here, if we promised as the Web3, as decentralized web, to solve all the problems of the Web 2 with data protection, with transactions, with payments, fixing banking system, financial system, etc., how do we do this if we are producing emissions and if we're actually contributing to climate crisis? Well, we need to do this with the proof of stake and with different technologies, and we need to evolve, because even Facebook and YouTube brought us something really positive in terms of inclusivity, creation of economy where an individual could share his content on YouTube, for example, we created a new profession called blogger, influencer. We changed the way we use our marketing and we use our communication tools. So that was a positive side of things, because there is always two sides of one coin. And now the token economy brought the possibility for us to change the way we manage our assets and our data. So I'll not get into details, because here you all are experts in the industry, but my overall message is that traditional systems are opaque. And we don't know exactly how much they pollute in terms of CO2. This data is not disclosed, and there are only a few companies in, for example, financial system that claim to meet the goal of becoming carbon neutral, et cetera, et cetera. But today we also heard that being carbon neutral is not enough. So how do we take action? We have the challenge. We need to be well below 2 degrees. And the industry proof of work received the criticism of being pollutant, and for a fact, on Ethereum, when you mint one NFT, you produce 48 kilograms of CO2. And there is, if you want to dive deeper, Jean-Neil Mercier, he published really comprehensive research on energy usage and emissions, and how he personally burned 2 years of energy consumption in minting one NFT. But again, this was the beginning of the times. Now we have proof of work, which will improve and reduce energy consumption by 99%. And here we have a research published by the Carbon Crypto Research Institute, comparing also proof-of-stake blockchains, which already proof-of-stake is efficient in itself, but Polkadot showed to be the most energy-efficient proof-of-stake blockchains out there. So you can have all the data, and we're also open for collaboration. If anybody in the audience or watching us working for a research institution, we're willing to deepen this research as we came up with our own numbers on chain. We calculated transactions. Why this is happening? Because Polkadot parachains, they use consensus, relay chain consensus mechanism that is much more efficient and optimizes, and Unique Networks chain is optimized for NFTs, and we only use 30 collators to run the parachain. Hence, this is our footprint. So minting one NFT on Ethereum will cost you 48 kilograms of CO2, versus minting one NFT on Unique Network will cost you 1 human breath of CO2 emission. In order to make it accessible, the NFT technology for everyone, we built an essential NFT toolbox. Because we're talking about scale, we're talking about shifting paradigms. So everyone has to have access to crypto assets and cryptocurrencies. And we created a white label marketplace, a wallet, and a gallery that anybody can use. And one of the first wonderful people who approached us was the founder of Digital Art for Climate Initiative and the founder of Glocha, an organization for meeting global goals and challenges. And they have a youth network. And this network is working on educating young people, on bringing awareness of climate action. But this year, we are already talking, how do we, as a community, take action towards meeting the climate goals. So last year, we ran an art competition. It was open. It was published on social media, on the internet, through our networks. And we received over 200 entries for the competition from young people. All of them care about sustainability, climate action. And our winner, Bricks from the Philippines, he actually experienced climate disaster himself, as his family was affected by the natural disaster that happened in the Philippines. So we selected by the public voting. We ran a public voting, and 30 artworks were selected and presented at COP27. So this was the first ever NFT collection to make it to COP27. And our artists recorded a video, and they tuned in online. And this was a very important moment, because we all talk about climate action and it affects every individual, but how many people can actually go to COP27? How many people can have a pass to the blue zone, to decision making? Very few. So the goal of this initiative is also to give voice to everybody, especially to young people for whom, this is their future, that they need to be included into building. And the initiative really resonated both with crypto community. We got coverage from Cointelegraph. Their editor-in-chief is supporting the initiative. This art was exhibited in the first ever NFT museum in Seattle. It also made it to NFT NYC this year, as was selected one of the top 5 best environmental projects. You can check out digitalartforclimate.space. There is an information, as I have very limited time today to go into every single artist out there and talk about their contribution, their personal story, but they really have amazing stories to share. And we now launched at the climate conference in Bonn a marketplace, fully operational marketplace with auctions. And this collection will be auctioned off before the next COP. And already as of today, we're working on COP27. So we received also a patronage, by the way, of the President of the United Nations, who sent us a letter officially saying that he's in favor of blockchain for climate initiatives. And on September 9, this art collection is going to be exhibited in New York headquarters. So this is how far the initiative went. It was managed by 3 people. It involved wider crypto community, artists, and it was open for everyone. So I'm here today to show you that this is working. The first collection would be sold to fundraise the money for management and maintenance of the marketplace. And later collections, the marketplace is there, and it's open for everyone to collaborate. And as I mentioned, NFTs are crypto assets, and we can do with them many more things. And what we are working with Unique Network on is to bring new functionalities. Nesting, when one NFT can own another NFT, when you can build hierarchies, when you can build families, when you can gamify things. We're also working on refundables, so you can break down one single NFT in many fractions. And now we launched a campaign with CryptoPunk. We bought a CryptoPunk for $200,000. It's an expensive, exclusive asset that only a few can own. So what we did, we brought it from Ethereum to Unique Network. We are giving away the fractions to the community, and everybody can actually participate. You can go to unique.network and claim your fraction of CryptoPunk, either using your MetaMask wallet address or using your Polkadot.js wallet address. This is an experimental space. We're very open to collaboration with everyone. We need more collections, we need more artists, we need more inclusivity and more initiatives that tell us, okay, we want to do something with carbon. We want to use digital art for powering this initiative or that initiative. And important thing here to mention is that one of the winners of the special prize of the COP27 art competition was a group of teenagers from Kenya. We have an official partnership with UN Habitat based in Kenya. And speaking about local communities and powering local communities who often don't even have access to the internet, via these NFTs is extremely important. And also there is a lot of work to do. We need to build mobile application. We need to ensure that we have network coverage. This is not an ideal space, but if you compare us to conventional systems, conventional financial systems, management, centralized systems, institutions, we can do much more as a community. We are nearly 8 billion people in the world. This crisis, climate crisis, social issues, they touch everybody. So with NFTs and decentralization, the point is to empower every individual and to take these NFTs, to really own these NFTs and to be able to transfer them to different platforms. And this is what Polkadot was built for multi-chain, for interoperability, and to enable you to own your assets and move them across the space and really build an inclusive Web3. And my call to action to you, as I said, the platform is there. We are an infrastructure. We build technology. But the creativity, what you can do with this technology, what you want to do with this technology is really up to you, because it's open source, it's open to everyone. Our white label solutions are in the GitHub, or you can reach out to the team, because there is a blue ocean for doing good, and everybody can contribute to it for free. And then it's, of course, a matter of how you want to organize it, etc. So for COP27, we're planning another exhibition in Egypt, in Sharm el-Sheikh. We are deeply involved in organization right now, and bringing resources together, bringing artists together. It's going to be under the patronage of the Egyptian government. So if we have artists, again, watching us, please do reach out. These are our contact details. And let's build a better world together with NFT technology. Thank you.